Hey there, everyone. So in this video, we're going to be showcasing all of the move sets of every single Subjutsu. This will not take long. We have gotten all the information down, including some that you might not even find in other videos, like the second of how long stuff will act for and damage-wise to the point. We're going to start off just by going down the exact list of everything from the first mode to the last jutsu. So we're going to start off with the 8 gates. It has it gives you a boost. You know, everything, all the modes give you a boost. Your health will increase by 20 HP. Your chakra will increase by 10, and your stamina will increase by 88. That's a lot. Your Z move will have a 10-second recharge time, and this should do 25 damage. You will also have an increased run speed, which everybody knows. There, where are you? Hold still. Also, your health will gradually decrease over a period of time by a damage of 2. This is also a ranged move and will do 26 damage. It's limited distance, but you can still do it at a distance. So, next one up will be Curse Mark. Curse Mark is sort of broken, but not broken. You're supposed to be rocket propelled from a Z move into the person with your fist. But the move itself does not do that, but it still attacks. Also, for 8 gates, your move required, did I not have that? I guess I didn't write it down. Anyways, for Curse Mark, your Z move, yeah, like I said, is broken. So, let's see, where you can still attack somebody, but it has a certain amount of time for it to be used. You can still move when you use it for a period of 2 seconds. So make sure you hit your opponent and walk forward within 2 seconds to hit them. Has a 10-second recharge time and will do 21 damage on contact. You will also get a bonus increase in health of 25 HP, chakra increase of 25, and 83 stamina. Next one up is Seven Heavens, which by far is one of the worst. It's so terrible compared to 8 gates, like, really. Seven Heavens is also somewhat broken due to the animation of the move. This mode will give you 15 HP, 35 chakra, and 98 stamina. It has a 10-second recharge time and will do 12 damage due to the brokenness of its Z move. This move cannot be done at a great distance like the 8 gates. You must be within a close range to attack. See, look at how terrible. Look at the terribleness of that health damage. You also gain an increased speed boost, but also will decrease your health over a period of time by 2 damage every so often. Next up in the list, Wood Sage. Wood Sage gives you a bonus 40 health, a bonus 50 chakra, and a bonus 108 stamina. That's a lot of stamina. Now, this Z move is not broken, will do 23 damage per hit, and will have a 10-second recharge time. It should only last for about 5 seconds, too. So, a maximum of at least, I think, 3 hits we got out of that within 5 seconds. Okay, next one up will be Jashin. This one's actually a little bit more overpowered than the first few. This one has no Z move, will give you a bonus 30 HP, 35 chakra, and 108 stamina. Wait, no, sorry, 103 stamina. Will auto attack from a distance and will steal 10 chakra from your opponent every second it hits and deal 14 damage every hit per second that you're in contact. See, he stood there and died. So every second that he is within the range of my auto attack, he loses 10 chakra. Oh, you did? Well, he loses 10 chakra and it will deal 14 damage. Also, I can attack him while doing this. He is also kind of stunned when it's like that for a second. So you can also attack them because they're stunned. Once they get hit them because it stuns them. So next up on the list will be Sand Mode. This also has no Z move. Ah, it's glitched. Sand Mode will give you a bonus 30 HP, 25 chakra, and 98 stamina. This does extra combat damage, meaning the damage that you do from combat is increased by this. This has no recharge time as well because there is no Z move. 28 damage per hit due to the boosted combat. Wait, are you sure it did 28? I'm reading 18. Did I have that written down wrong? Oh. Let me put that away. So, make sure you don't have a weapon. There. Now it did 28 damage. I'm sorry. Do not use weapon when you use this mode. Now on to the next on our list, which is Kisame Fusion. This one is another somewhat overpowered. You might want to reset. Kisame Fusion will allow you to have 40 HP, 35 chakra, and 98 stamina as a bonus to your original. Your Z move will do 39 damage with a 10-second recharge. Also, as a bonus, your chakra will be stolen. Your opponent's chakra will be stolen every second by 10. So every second that he's hit with that, he loses 10 chakra. Your Z move is a ranged weapon and has a 10-second recharge, and like I said, just 39 damage. I'm going to hit him. Now, they're not stunned. They can move when they're trapped in there. Now, on to Paper, next in the list. Paper actually gives you a lot of bonus everything. Paper gives you 35 HP, 40 chakra, and 103 stamina. Its Z move will hit twice with 26 damage per hit, adding up to a total of 52 damage. It can auto aim and has a 10-second recharge for the Z move. For example, if I stand over here and aim this way, the blast will end up hitting him. That's what I mean by auto aim. Now it can't be completely turned around. It will still attack. If I face directly behind myself and fire, it won't do that. 1 second here. Okay. On to the next one in the list. Zetsu mode, which is half broken. The Zetsu mode, oops. The Zetsu mode allows you to have an extra 35 HP, 35 chakra, and 98 stamina. This mode has a 15-second recharge on its Z move. Damage is unknown due to it being broken. And you can auto hide while you're walking on the ground, basically saying this. Once you start, now it's only on the ground. If I go to a tree, if I wall walk, doesn't do it. Okay, so it has to be on the ground. Now, you might be thinking, can he still see me? He technically can, and it's not because of those black lines that you see. He can see me because of his arrow on his own screen, like mine is. He can see me from the arrow. Where are we going? Oh, we're going to the bridge. What about it? You can see me underground, can't you? So I can't see it if I wish I could zoom out, but he can see my body underneath the bridge. Now, also, as I said, where are you at? The Z move is broken at this time, meaning it does not work, but it does do damage and they need to fix it. The Z move is a short range blast. Would do damage if it worked. Okay, up next, Jin Cloak. Jin Cloak does the most damage out of all of the modes with its Z move. Its move is a purple Rasengan. Jin Cloak also gives you a bonus 25 HP, 25 chakra, and 83 stamina. 15-second recharge. You can move. You can run faster. You have a faster run speed. And as for your Z move, because of the most damage, 44 with a 15-second cooldown. Okay, now on to what I assume would be the most overpowered mode that you can actually get at this time. Up next is Toad Sage. Toad Sage will give you a bonus 30 HP, 35 chakra, and 103 stamina. Its Z move will recharge after 10 seconds, so it can be used to basically spam. You do not need to perfectly hit your target as long as the sphere is hitting some part of him. And it also has increased combat. So not only do you have a Z move, but an increased combat as well. Your Z move will do 41 damage and your combat will be given air punch, meaning you can punch from a distance and still hit them. It's the same combat damage though, not increased, just same but distance. So about 16 damage, which is your basic combat. And you can continuously do that, but you cannot use combos. It's just punches. Now your Z move will recharge after 10 seconds, doing 41 damage, which is a giant throwable Rasengan. And see, by the time the attack is done, you have 5 seconds basically to wait. So that's what I mean by spam. Puppet is next. It is partly broken, but can still do moves. Its Z move damage is unknown because we were not able to calculate it. Puppet will give you a bonus 25 HP, 25 chakra, and 83 stamina. It has ranged attack, but not in the same way that we just showed you. It's ranged attack meaning whatever moves. Now, within a certain distance, the puppet will eventually attach onto your opponent. And what will happen when you use your own combat, the combat is what the puppet does. Basic combat. Now, its Z move looks like some kind of poison bomb. We can't calculate that. It has a 10-second cooldown, though. So your puppet is basically your combat now. You're not getting hurt when your opponent attacks you. They have to get in close, but your puppet follows them, so it makes it hard for them to attack you. Up next is Butterfly. Butterfly mode will give you 20 HP, 10 chakra, and 88 stamina. Its Z move will have a bonus. Will have a 10-second recharge. Your move will do 10 damage and is also a ranged attack. So at a certain distance, you can stand here and will do 21 damage. Now, most people will probably think, can you fly? No, you cannot fly. It's just there for decoration. Those are your wings. You can also, I'm pretty sure you can absorb this, but I don't. Anyways, on to Four Tails mode. Four Tails mode is not as overpowered as you people may think. Four Tails mode gives you a bonus 25 HP, 25 chakra, and 83 stamina. Z move has a really long recharge time of 30 seconds. And it does 31 damage and is also a ranged attack. It does not increase your run speed as far as I can tell. Well, actually, no. Never mind. It does increase your run speed. The bomb is actually a lot smaller and does not create a giant explosion. See, it did about it does 31 damage. Really long recharge time. Last one of the modes is your lightning mode. Lightning mode has a unique ability unlike all of the rest. Lightning mode has what we call passive damage as well as regular damage. Lightning mode to give you a bonus 25 HP, 25 chakra, and 83 stamina. One second. Its Z move has a 15-second recharge time and will do 26 damage. Gives you bonus run speed. Now your passive damage looks like it'll do 45. Do passive damage. If I sit here and fire it, every time he runs into it, it'll do a certain amount of damage. We got 45, but this time looks 40. Yeah. So basically, to sum up passive damage, it will increase. The damage will increase the longer and more times your opponent hit by it. So if I run into him, it'll damage. Passive. Now fire the move twice. So click it once for passive, click it twice for damage. It's a ranged attack with style animation, and will do 26 damage. It's really fast and very hard to dodge. Now that is it for all of the modes. Up next, we are going to do all of the summoning jutsu. Now, every single one of the summoning jutsu requires 70 chakra. Okay? But to start off, they have fixed it. Either they are broken or they are fixed or they're just whatever. But for the summonings, the toad now does not stick around forever. The toad has a 5-second time of lasting, meaning it'll only be there for 5 seconds to attack your opponent. You can ride said toad. Has a 30-second recharge time and will do 21 damage per hit within the 5-second time period of its spawning. So basically, spawn it, 5 seconds of attack time. That time it looked like it hit a bunch of times, and it did 21 damage per hit. Slug, if you can damage me, please do so. Oh, what was that? No, Slug is different. Slug is just a way of healing you. It is not a legit summoning animal per se to ride or attack. It just heals you. Okay, that's enough. Oh, I didn't want to spawn you. I gotta reset. You got me stuck. Damage me again. Slug has a 20-second recharge time. And will do take away after your first 70 chakra. We'll take away 5 chakra, and every 5 chakra that's taken away equals 2 gained HP. Okay, that's good. So first it'll use 70 chakra, and then for every 5 chakra removed from me from then on, it'll give me 2 HP added on. Until this will continue to work until all of your chakra runs out. So the more chakra you have, the better the use of the slug. You can also, I'm going to do it again, but you can also continuously charge afterwards. So it's not just permanent. Meaning you can continuously heal yourself. And you can continuously charge and do this until it all runs out. So you can fully heal yourself. It just takes a really long time. It should probably also go away when all your health has been regenerated as well. Or not. I'm just going to wait for it to fully run out to do the snake. Okay, so that's the slug. Up next is the snake. The snake has a recharge time of 30 seconds, will last for only 10 seconds, meaning you have 10 seconds for it to attack someone, and it will do 26 damage per hit. You cannot ride the snake. It's one of the summoning animals that does move that you cannot ride. As you can see, it is very somewhat overpowered for a summoning animal. Okay, next up we have the hawk. The hawk has a recharge time of 30 seconds and will do 26 damage per hit and will only last as long as the toad. So the hawk can only last for 5 seconds of attack time. You can also ride the hawk. To ride the summoning animals, you have to jump on their heads. So, yeah. Next up, we have Rashomon, or whatever. Sorry, I'm not good with pronouncing crap. This summoning is not an animal, but a sort of gate, and it is able to defend against any sort of ranged attack. So if you use Toad Sage and threw the Rasengan at me, and I placed this, it would, stop it in its own tracks. This summoning also does damage. It has a recharge time of 30 seconds, and the damage is 25 per hit, and only will last for 10 seconds. So this summon lasts for 10 seconds. See, if I were behind it and he fired, it would not hit me. Next up is Clay Dragon, the last of the summoning animals. The Clay Dragon is, I think, the most OP by far because it has two things it can do, two sort of attacks. The Clay Dragon you can also ride it by jumping on its sort of nose and head, but make sure nothing is above you when you spawn it, because it will despawn it immediately. Has a 30-second recharge time, will do 21 damage per hit, will last for 10 seconds, and if clicked again, it will explode, doing another bonus 21 damage. So 21 damage per hit, and if I click again on it, it will explode. That is it for the summoning animals. We are now on to Jutsu. The first Jutsu to, I need to get them real quick. We are going to start with the first 6. Okay, first up is the Feather Genjutsu. This particular Genjutsu is very simple and is the starter for anybody to use Genjutsu. Everybody will eventually get it. It is not required. Whatever. Has a 10-second recharge time. It limits the opponent's vision. It requires 90 chakra for use. And the opponent can still move and attack you under this Genjutsu. They just have a limited vision. So if you back away a certain distance, they cannot see you. And this particular Genjutsu only lasts for only 9 seconds. So he can still move, but vision is limited. So he cannot see me over here. Next up is Medical Ninjutsu. I need you to hurt me again. This particular move has a 30-second recharge time. And what this does is it converts all of your chakra into your health. So whatever chakra you have is what it uses. And it doesn't require any chakra at all. That's enough. It just converts all chakra. So I'm going to gain 190 health right here. Should be. No? I guess there was a limit. It's hard to count, but let's just say it converts most of your chakra into your health. Not an exact number. Up next is Ice Dragon. Ice Dragon will require 35 chakra for use, is a ranged attack, will do 31 damage on contact and has a 5-second recharge time. It's a very simple jutsu. You can get it by beating Haku whenever he spawns on the Great Naruto Bridge over there. Every 2 hours is when they spawn. Same with what I'm about to use next, Hidden Mist. Hidden Mist will also require 35 chakra. Has a recharge time of 25 seconds. Will do 16 damage per hit as long as they are under within the hidden mist. And lasts for only 10 seconds. The opponent's vision will be blurred, allowing for an easier, combat. Up next is Flying Raijin. It is possibly broken due to the animation, meaning it won't do as much damage as it usually would. It is a ranged attack, has a 10-second recharge, will use 20 chakra, and does 12 damage due to what we assume is it being broken. Well, it should do more, but we don't know what the real cause of it is. We're just assuming animation. What happens is it will teleport and you will hit them with a Rasengan. We assume that it's broken because of the Rasengan. Usually the Rasengan sends them flying back, but because it doesn't, that's why it's doing so little damage, because the Rasengan eventually shoots you back and makes you explode. That might be something that the developers might want to fix. Susanoo, the one thing that is also partly broken due to its own spawn time. Beyond Night happened to buy it, that's how he has it. For this to work, you need maxed Sharingan. Custom Mangekyo works well. This particular Subjutsu, yes, like I said, requires maxed Sharingan. 15 has a 15-second recharge. Requires 45 chakra. You have to hold it to use it, not just click. Will do 26 damage per hit and lasts until all chakra is depleted. If I can get it here. Oh, wrong move. I'm sorry. What did I just do? I don't even have that move. Okay. It is now recharged. We will do that. Oh, that was your weapon? Your weapon can shoot water? I gotta get me one of those then. So, hold it in to use it. And that is basically what it does. Very overpowered technique if we could all get it, because it's, broken spawn time. Okay, next on the list we have Kamui and all three clone jutsu. Okay. The first up is Kamui. The Kamui is somewhat broken as well due to the fact that the opponent can jump out of the box that they spawn in above you and get out of it. Kamui also requires max Sharingan. Custom Mangekyo works as well. This move will require 45 chakra, will last for 10 seconds, so the opponent is under the Genjutsu for 10 seconds, and does 0 damage, and has a 20-second recharge time. God dang it, you weren't in range. Give us a second. Also, if you can, just jump out of it and see if you can get down here if we can show them. You cannot hit your opponent in this. The purpose of this technique is to be able to surprise attack your opponent once they get out, because you know what their exact location is. Your opponent, if they do not know how to get out, will fall directly down from the ground and be right in front of you. So that's when you want to start spamming all your moves on them. So they will be in there for 10 seconds unless they drop out. Like that. I guess I don't know what just happened there because it was on his screen, not mine. Up next is Shadow Clone Jutsu. Shadow Clone Jutsu only will spawn a maximum of 1 Shadow Clone. Requires 15 chakra. Your Shadow Clone can do every single move you can except for your KG moves. It will do basic combat damage, the same with all the rest of them. So, and they will be destroyed within contact of any sort of move. So 1 hit equals death to them. Where are you? If you're asking me what time the video footage is at, I actually can't tell because I'm using screen recorder. I guess it doesn't teleport the hats. You wanna hurt it there? Oh, the spawn time for Shadow Clone Jutsu, which would be right over there in that corner, is every 20 minutes. I sent your Shadow Clone to another dimension. Okay, next up is Multi. Multi Shadow Clone Jutsu has a recharge time of 10 seconds. Will require 15 chakra, and has a spawn maximum limit of 3. So you have to hold to spawn all 3. Just click to spawn 1. And again, they will do basic combat damage. You can use any move you have but your KG moves. They will all die within contact of a single move and or punch. They can also block, so if they do not die within your first punch, that is because they are blocking. Okay. Next up, we have Substitute Shadow Clone Jutsu. This one will allow, if I can get my card. This one uses 15 chakra as well. Will replace your character with a log upon use, as so I will demonstrate. Requires 0 chakra at first. So what happens is, you're going to spawn it. It's going to run away. Now, start attacking me. If you can. Are you there? Use F again, and it turns you into a log and you can disappear. It has a 5-second recharge time and will then use 15 chakra once once you click it again. So if your clone walks away somewhere all the way over there and he's fighting you, before he hits you or whatever, hit F, hit your move again, and you'll be transported as a log, and you'll be over there somewhere. They'll be fighting nothing. Up next is Kirin. Kirin has a 20-second recharge time. Will use 45 chakra and does 51 damage. Will also turn the sky black. It is a very, you want to be within a close range, I guess, is about here is probably good. It is very, very difficult to block and or dodge unless you know it's going to happen. And also, as he said, you can hit more than one person at a time. You could hit a whole group if they're next to you. Kirin basically saying, since he has only 101 health, that move depleted half of his health. One time depleted half of his health. So, on to the next. I need you to hit me with Feather Genjutsu. This move is very new, sort of, and is very easy to use. Your Genjutsu Release. Your Genjutsu Release will require 20 chakra, has a recharge time of 10 seconds, and can only be used if your Genjutsu stats are higher than your opponent's. Meaning, if his stats right now were higher than mine, I could not break free. That is how Genjutsu Release and Genjutsu work in this game. And you don't even need to click. You do not need to even click it. It just hover over it. Or if you have a controller, you can hover over it. If you have a controller or something, you're using your laptop, just hit the keys. Up next are the last of everything, last of the list. We have the Tree Genjutsu and Body Flicker. The Tree Genjutsu ends up Let's see. Has a 10-second cooldown, will require 90 chakra, and this will put your opponent under a Genjutsu for 10 seconds. Now, you're wondering, what is the point of this if you cannot attack your opponent? The main purpose of this is so that once they are completely out of it, start spamming your moves on them, start attacking them. You're setting them up for a surprise attack that they can barely even have a chance to defend against. Last up is Body Flicker. Body Flicker, and there's a warning to this. The warning is do not aim upwards at the sky. You will be dead. It requires 20 chakra. It is a teleporting move. Has a regen time of 5 seconds per use, and has limited range. So if I want to use said move, I can probably go from here. If I go like let me start at this tree. Let me see how far I can get from this tree. I can get to about almost to the other tree. That's its limited distance. It is very easy to use and does not waste a lot of chakra and does not have a long regen time. So you could easily start spamming teleporting to get away from people and then eventually surprise them with an attack. That is all for this Showcase Subjutsu video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions about any of the Subjutsu regarding maybe even spawn locations, but you can look for that in my other videos, please let me know in the comments. Thank you again, Beyond Night, for all this help. The making of this video actually took longer than the actual showing because we had to get down all of the data. Like and sub, and see you all again in my next post of videos. Curious about what that might be.